What is up, everybody? Welcome to some Gummytainment. I'm your host, Dennis, and today I'm going to be reviewing Fidget Spinners. That's right, the new hottest sensation, the toy that the kids are loving, and also adults are getting it too. So I thought to myself, you know, this product, everyone's just getting because it's popular. It's new, it's awesome, whatever, but no one really is reviewing them. No one's really putting them to the test, as far as I can see. So why not do for the first time ever, why not do a gummy review? So I'm going to be reviewing these, and the way the reviews work is I will be doing 3 tests that I've chosen to help rate this, and then I'll be rating each test from 1 to 10, 1 being a complete and utter failure, you stink, 10 being the best ever. And then we will find out how these are. So, test number 1 is it fun? We're going to take up the F factor. F for fun, of course, and we're going to find out if these are fun. So, I have spun it, as you saw, a little bit, but not very much. I haven't really tried to really do much with it and really like concentrate on it. So there is that. Let me just make sure this is good. And also there will be a link in the description for this exact one I got. If you want to be twinsies and get the same one, this is just the design and the one that I picked, and it is a little more durable. And so I guess that's good. It's not the most expensive or the most cheapest. It's sort of in that mid-range. So, check that out on Amazon. Alright. So, I know we got this, and been sort of practicing keeping it going. I'm pretty good at keeping it going. Now, I don't know how long this thing actually lasts, because like I said, I'm just reviewing this now. So, let's see. I mean, it is also, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but when you, like, turn it like that, it has, like, a pretty cool, different kind of sound. So that's sort of fun. It does spin for quite a long time. I'm sort of surprised that, like, it feels like it should stop, but I don't want to take it out of camera, but it doesn't stop. So that's sort of good in itself, that it just keeps going and everything like that. But, I'm not sure if that's enough to make it fun. Now, it does look sort of cool, if you can sort of see that. You guys can't quite see it the best, so let me just start it back up again. You can sort of see that. Actually, on the camera, it looks a little bit different than it looks like to me. Is it just the other side? No, it's both. So you guys can sort of see it a little bit differently. I don't know why that is, actually. But to me, it sort of looks like it's going in like a line, like a circle. And to you guys, you can actually see. No, maybe it looks the same for you. I might be going crazy. Okay. So now you can see that. I don't know if you could see it before. So yeah, you see sort of that. So that's sort of cool and mesmerizing. And that could definitely keep you occupied with the fun level. I'm also just gonna, I'm just sort of playing with it. I'm gonna see if you sort of go back and forth and you don't do the classic spinning, which I know fidget spinners are for spinning, but, you know, they're for other things too. So, I don't know how fun this is. This is sort of like a one-handed one. Maybe if I do it two-handed. This is difficult. We're gonna probably start this fun factor sort of in the middle. I would say it's more than a 5. You know, because obviously 5 is in the middle. I would say for fun, just because there's not much variety on the fun factor, and we will get to something later which sort of relates to the fun, but we're just going to go on fun alone, just the way it is, I guess, meant to be used, or a little bit of variety on that. I mean, I would have to rate it, probably only a 6. If I'm being honest. Good thing this is not a sponsored video. So I'm going to probably rate this a 6. I do think it deserves a little above a 5 because it could have quite a bit of fun here. I've only been going for a few minutes, but the next test is really going to be putting this. So let's move it on to the next test. Okay, so the next thing is one of the biggest claims of fidget spinners. One of the biggest things is that for either people that have ADD or ADHD, or I've even been told by many people that even just people who don't have those problems, it's supposed to help them concentrate better. So kids with ADD or ADHD have a hard time concentrating on one thing, so having this little stimulus item going while they're concentrating is supposed to help them. But I've also heard from many people, and also online, it seems like just in general, people fidgeting around with things will help them concentrate. And I want to be honest before I start this test, this makes a lot of sense to me. Because I've seen a lot of people, and even I found myself sometimes, when I'm doing more boring tasks, you sort of play around with something, whether it's like a chord or, you know, something in your hand or whatever. Sometimes people doodle a little bit and write, and you really are doing that, and it does help. It does help to make things less boring. So I'm really, truly interested in this test. So let's give it a try. And what more boring? The boring thing that I found that I can do for this test is a survey. I'm not going to show you the website I'm using. I do have an account on a website, but this is not sponsored again. So I don't want to really give a false shout out for that. And I don't use the website very often, but I have in the past, and I do sometimes. And they have surveys, and they give you points for it, and then you can get, you know, money and that kind of thing. So I'm going to do it's supposedly an 11-minute test. If the only problem is with some of these surveys, sometimes it says you're not qualified once you start them, so you have to do another one. So I'll try an 11-minute one or a 9-minute one or somewhere around that range until I get one that I can actually do, and then I will go through the whole test. Now, obviously, I'm not going to have you guys watch me do the whole test in real time. I will super speed up the time just so you can see that I went through the whole quiz. And again, I'm not going to be showing you what the quiz is or anything like that. I'm going to be blurring that out for you, but you will see that there was something that I was doing. So let's get started, and let's get into the 11-minute test, and let's see if this thing can make it less boring. Okay, so just so you guys know, a quick little update. I have finally found a survey, so I cut out all the stuff before the survey. So just so you know, I'm going to start the survey right now. The first few I was not approved for whatever reason, so I'm going to start the survey right now. Here we go. Alright, and we are done, and stop. Okay, whew, well, that was a adventure and a half. So, you guys probably didn't notice it as much, but, yeah, that survey was pretty long. I couldn't do one of the quicker ones. I think it was supposed to be 15, 16 minutes long, so, and it was about that. So that was quite a long time to do the survey. Although I will say that it feels like the time went by sort of quick. Like, I'm actually looking literally what the time is because I record my voice. And it was about that amount. And it really didn't feel like it was that long. So, I will say that this does help with some concentration and to make the time go by quicker, which is the whole point of it, to not make it bored. So, it's definitely above a 6. Now we need to talk about the higher ratings. I personally would not give it a 10. I don't feel like it helped me concentrate. How do I say this? Like, the most ever. So I wouldn't give it a 10. I probably wouldn't even give it a 9. because I don't feel like it was full concentration. However, it did help for some distractions at certain points when I lost attention at one or two of the parts, because I knew they were going to be a little longer and more work. I did, spin it more and do some stuff with it, and I feel like it did help out a lot. So with that, I think I would have to give it a, and I wasn't sure if I want to use halves or not, but we'll use halves. I'm going to give it a 7.5. So I do think it does have some real help with concentration and things like that, but I don't think it's quite enough. I know they have like fidget cubes and stuff that you can also push buttons and do things. That I feel like would be a little bit better, and maybe I'll review one of those in the future if I can get my hands on one. We'll see. But I would give this a solid 7.5. Let's move on to the third and final test. Okay, so the third and final test is going to be very interesting. We need to find out if these things can do cool tricks. I know people have been doing, especially recently, really one of the bigger things is people like to do some fun little tricks. Nothing crazy, but cool little tricks with them. And I really want to know, as a noob who hasn't ever done tricks with this, how easy are they to learn and perform and do? Is this something someone can just pick this thing up and do? So that's really what I'm rating this on. Can I do tricks basically as a noob? And we'll find out. I'm going to try to do a few different ones that I'm just sort of making up on the spot. Things that if I was new to it and maybe I hadn't seen other people do, things that I may think of. So the first one is switching it from one hand to the other. So we're going to see how this works. And of course it's right above my microphone and my keyboard. That's great. So I'm just going to give it I'm going to get it going with a nice spin. And I don't know, hold on. I don't know if this one is fully balanced, which makes a big difference. So let's see. It's sort of balanced. Okay, maybe it's not really balanced. Okay, so this one's not sure if mine is really balanced all that great. Oh, okay. It also has to do with my model, so this is gonna be a little bit bad. Remember, I'm also rating this one, so there may be really better ones out there, but let me just see if I can get it. Hold on. Get a feel for it. Okay, so got it on that one. Ooh! I don't think this is gonna happen! Oh my gosh, this is tough. This is really, really tough to get it. Nope, that went everywhere. Okay, hold on. Alright, well I think that particular trick is not good unless you have a really balanced one, so let's move on with something different. This one's gonna be really hard for you guys to see, so I'm going to see if I have... I'm going to use this because I want to see if I could spin it and then put it on a flat surface. And apparently I'm also going to have to lift it up because you guys aren't going to be able to see the flat surface. I don't have a camera looking down, and that's too much work. No one has time for that. Okay, so I got to give this a... There we go. We got a nice spin going on there. That didn't work out at all. I mean, I made it. I did it. It really did work. Alright. You could hear it too. That's weird. Alright, well, that was a success. So that's a cool little trick. It's still going! After all of that. I can get it right back in my hand. And then you can just go. Alright, so that gives me a new idea. Just trying to have some... This sort of brings to the fun factor. Let's see. Okay. Wasn't quite as entertaining as I'd hoped it would be. And again, I don't think I'm going to be able to, like, switch this to another hand. Oh! Oh, snap! Yeah, that's harder, because you gotta always grab it in the middle. So I can switch it to one hand. Puh! Oh, that one hurt. Okay, they were a little dangerous, kids. So wear a helmet and just a whole face mask and you'll be good. Okay. Now I keep stopping it. That's difficult. Oh. That's really good hand-eye coordination. Oh, we need to get our head back first. Hold on. Oh. Ooh. Alright, we're not gonna do that one again. Ooh. Hit my lip. Wasn't really that successful. It wasn't really that amazing stuff I can do or I can think of with it. So I'm gonna have to rate it at I'm gonna rate it at a 5. I'm just gonna rate it right in the middle. It's pretty mediocre on that. So yeah, that's gonna be my rating. Alright, and now it's time to find out the final score and the final verdict of this. So the final rating was an 18.5 out of 30, which isn't really that high, isn't really that great, and that's sort of how I feel about it. I don't feel like they're terrible. I feel like they're sort of in the middle, but I feel like they are a little above the middle. They can help with concentration, and they are sort of fun, but as far as doing tricks with them and other exciting fun things, I don't know if that's really... That's one of those things with anything you really have to put a lot of time and practice into, and I just don't see a lot of stuff coming from them. There's not that many types of things I can think could happen with them, so I'm gonna pretty much go with that. And I hope this helped you guys. Again, I'm not really trying to either push you buying them or not buying them, just sort of giving an interesting perspective on this. So if you are new to the channel or never knew about the channel, if you like fidget spinners, don't just hate on the channel because you like them, because I'm not really hating on them. I'm just giving sort of honest an opinion on a few quick tests, and honestly I will still keep it and I will still use it you know, in my regular day life, and yeah, that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want me to review more stuff, make sure you click that gummy thumbs up like button, as well as leave a comment, which is going to be even more important, so that I know if I should be doing reviews of other products in the future. And of course, remember, this is not just entertainment, it's Gummytainment. See ya! I am hypnotizing you. Look into the fidget spinner. You will subscribe and follow me on all my social media. You will also bark like a dog. You will go to my Patreon and sign up. You have now been hypnotized by the fidget spinner. Woo! Alright, enough of that. I'm just kidding. But if you want to do any of those things, feel free to. But that's all. Stop the video.